Bought this house about, well over 10 years ago. And today's project actually isn't mine, it's my wife's. She's been on my case, and finally, after me pushing back enough, she decided to do it herself. But she doesn't like the way this looks so much. So she's going to try and cover it up with some kind of wainscoting, which you'll see here shortly. So let's see how she's doing. So the wall covering she's going to do, she's going to use this wainscoting here, which she's currently in the process of priming. I just had to walk in right in the middle of her priming, and so here she goes. Going to town and priming. Making a mess. Doing it twice. It's early, day 2. The paint has finally dried. This is the color that they have chosen to go with. Next step's going to be, they're going to get this wall cleaned off, so you got to take off stuff like she's going to pull these out. Just pops out, screwdriver. And then also the pins on these. Got to be careful. This is actually high voltage. And the thermostat all the way. So she can slide the panels up and then tack them to the wall. So we'll see how far she gets by the time I get back. Alright, I just got back. I was gone for a couple hours and my wife tore some stuff off the walls. But what she did was start cleaning the stuff up. So we got this to take off yet, and she moved all those wires that I showed you going up along there. And what we have now is a bunch of dangling stuff. She removed the trim along the top, the base trim along the bottom, and then next we're going to pull that off. We're going to put our first sheet up here, up there, or butted against the ceiling that way. So that's the next step. Before we start putting up the paneling, I want to know where the studs are. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the old nails, and then we're just going to cheat. We're going to mark the ceiling. So when I get the paneling up, I can still see that mark. We're going to do that all the way along. Now you got to be careful. You can't just use nails. We'll also use other nails like this depressed nail hole here. So that at this level, I'll tell you, there should be one probably here. There you go. And we'll do it all the way along there. Cool. Another thing you can look for when you try to find studs is
This is where we peeled the trim away. You can see where the two sheets of drywall met. Usually they coat in on a stud if they're worth the salt, but if that doesn't work, studs are usually 16 on center. So you measure over 16, you can mark it. There's one there. So if you've got someone to help you hold this, it works great. Otherwise, I just put a screw in here at 8 feet. So when it's buttoned up against the ceiling, I can rest it on this. We can hold it up here, and we can figure out level to make sure it's level to the brick molding, which we are not going to take off because that is a bigger mess that I want to get into. And we're just working on the wall right now. So let's get it up there and tack it up. Okay, more. In case you guys wonder, I'm using that mark I put in the ceiling and these grooves to figure out where the studs are. So we'll throw that next one up here, we'll measure this distance here, and then if we're not square, we'll hide the non-square side in this wall, otherwise it should butt right up against here, and this pattern should match. If you don't have safety glasses, anything will work. It's better than nothing. In one of these old house projects, you realize that even though we're level here, we go up the ladder. And the ceiling's not level, which is fine. We're going to bury this with trim, some kind of quarter round or beadboard, so we try. But anyways, old houses are fun. One of the hurdles we have on this job is this power cord. So it's 8.5 over, and it looks like about 7. Let's see if we can take care of that. Here's the progress so far. We have the paneling up. Next is some cleaning. And then we got some touch up along here with some blue paint probably. Don't know if we're going to do any base trim around there. It's a garage. Not a big deal. We'll fill that in with some foam, seal around that wire anyways. And we'll get these wires put back up and boxed in. But so far, pretty good. Perfect. Off it. Welcome back. My wife finally just finished decorating this, so check it out. There's where we're at. I will put a comparison of before and after on here. Obviously the hat stuff, that's just for looks, for this pictures, for display, but ended up putting the coat racks back up, put some quarter round trim along the top, ended up actually painting the electrical wire ugly gray to match the actual paint. So, and also bench. That's some kind of pipedecor.com thing. I'll put a link in the description. But for less than $100, you can take an ugly entryway and make it look like this or whatever you want. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next project. Like, subscribe.